Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest baby trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing my 19 million mite baby trap, which is in a closed kingdom. Again, the comp on this baby trap is not great. It needs some work in progress. I might bring it to an open kingdom so I can transfer some gems over to fix the comp a little bit, because I am currently have like no cav, and I got a lot of infantry and a little bit of range. So this basically, this little baby trap here is just for smaller guys, like 100 mil and below. I'd say anyone who has tier 3, maybe tier 4 if it's at 250 and then I pop an attack boost, I could possibly cap that if the person has really bad gear. But if the guy has a decent attack or anything like that, this comp would get completely destroyed. But for guys like this 30 mil mite guy who's hitting me right now at tier 3, this is perfect. This is who I'm looking for. By the way, if you guys want to know how to bait on a baby trap, you don't have to do anything. People just hit you anyway. So baiting on baby traps is super easy just because you're such low mite. People hit you in KVK pretty easily. So what you got to do is watch out not to get hit too much and not to get hit by the wrong people. So that was the hardest part about KVK. It's not getting hit. It's not getting hit by the wrong people, which is what I was trying to figure out. So I was always looking around my surroundings, making sure there's no like 500 million mite guys with like tier 4 or tier 5 porting next to me and hitting me or anything like that, or anyone who has like purple level 60 gear and tier 4. That would not go very well. They might have counter research, so I don't know, but I'm trying to avoid those people. So I'm kind of looking around the map, making sure that's happening. This guy's going in for a second attack. So his first attack failed. He probably thought he must have done some damage. He's going to go in for a second attack. Same sort of thing, 100k plus. He's not sending his leader though, so a lot of these newer, lower might guys don't really understand that if you have your talents and your leader, you're going to do a lot more damage. Or if you have war gear, some people don't even have war gear sets, so they just see my might at 19 million might, and they go in to attack me. Again, in KVK, they can't see my castle skin, so I'm running the castle skin. This is the one for the event. I did get it on this baby trap. Since I was building the baby trap during the event, I ended up getting a ton of points and was able to get the skin on there, so that was really awesome. But he's going in for a second one here. Let's take a look at the damage. Obviously, the first attack didn't do much, so I don't expect the second one to do too much either. Did about 6,000 damage, 190,000 this time. It looks like he sent more troops. Oh yeah, he sent full tier 3 this time with a lot of siege in there. A lot of these new players do have a ton of siege. Obviously not the best way to attack, and they're setting siege heroes and stuff like that, but it is what it is. On this account, I currently have 3 gold heroes. I did an overview sort of on this account. It was when I was showcasing all my accounts, so if you haven't seen that, go check out that video. By the way, if you like these videos, hit the thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Trying to get some more people coming in, but anyways, so sorry, that was a fast clip there. The reason I ported away on this guy was because I knew this guy had a really strong guild, and I didn't want to be sitting there having someone else port next to me while this guy was coming in, so I ported away right away. I didn't even pop the attack boost for this one. I sort of didn't want to cap this guy, mostly because, again, I knew his guild. I have scouted out most of the guilds in KVK. That's something you should do. Make sure you're looking around which guild has super strong guys. This was one of the guilds that had like 700 mil mite guys with tier 4, and I did not want to take a hit from them, so I ported away right away. He was lucky, walked back for some siege, or I guess I might have been lucky, because if I had capped this guy, I might have had a 700 mil mite guy port next to me and completely destroyed this trap, so I got out of there. I honestly, if I capped him, I would have just sent his leader back and then ran him one more time. And this is why you can see the member list here. This guy I would not want to get hit by, because again, he might be sending a 375,000 tier 4 blast at me, and that would hurt quite a bit. So again, when you're looking through KVK, make sure you see which ones are the strongest guilds, what those guild tags are, and avoid anyone that could be from that guild to hit you, because again, they might not be that strong, but they might have someone in their guild that could port next to you and hit you once they basically posted in their guild chat. So keep that in mind if you're baby trapping. Just keep in mind who the strongest people are, the people you don't want to hit you. Unless you have a baby trap that can cap everyone in the kingdom, then it's fine. But currently this comp, again, I have like no cav in my comp. So if the guy said infantry, I might be in trouble. I do have a little bit of range, so they sent cav, it might not do too much damage, but I'm mostly just infantry range right now. So again, that guy sent his leader. I decided to I think I never mind. I ended up taking that one, capping that guy. I checked his guild. There was no one really like super scary in that guild, so I'll keep the leader from that one. I'm just basically always on global, by the way, just in case I get posted in global. If let's for whatever reason I can either get ready to shield or not go into Fury while that's happening, because not something you want to do is be in global when there's like a bunch of high might guys who can totally destroy your tiny baby trap. So again, this is baby trapping kind of info. If you have a normal trap that can cap anybody, that's totally fine. But obviously when you're baby trapping, you're doing it a little differently because you can't always cap everybody in the kingdom. So here comes another attack. Again, the same thing I'm doing baiting anyone. A lot of times if I want them to hit me, all I do is scout them and they'll just send an attack at you. So it is super easy to bait people to hit you as a baby trap, especially during KVK. Literally all you gotta do is scout them, and half of these people that hit me, I just basically scouted them and they send an attack like 30 seconds later. So this was super easy. It just got super scary at one point because again, there's a bunch of tier 4 players running around who could burn me. So at one point, there's just too many. I decided just to give up and go another trap, and that was kind of it. So let's take a look at the damage on this one. 147,000 to me, did about 3,000 damage. Again, these guys are not super strong. Even the guy who walked back from me is only doing like 26k. He doesn't have the attack. It was just too much HP to get through, since he probably had good research and stuff like that. And heroes, sometimes it's a little bit too much HP for my current comp damage. Again, I don't have a crazy good comp. I'm missing Cav basically on this comp, so eventually I'll build it properly. They'll probably build it like my other baby trap, same kind of comp, like around 30 million might, so I can cap tier 4 players and stuff like that. And you might see more clips of that once I finish that. But that will be in a little while. I haven't actually decided to do that yet. So this guy's also going to be hitting me High Dragon. Again, I just basically scouted him and he sent an attack at me. Like, it happens all the time. Like, you can see, I have his scout right here. This is a scout. I kind of knew what he was sending already since I got his scout. He's basically sending all his troops at me at this. So about 40k of each of those, 7k and 30k. So I almost know exactly, even though I can't see here, since I have a scout and he hadn't sent the attack yet, I know what he's sending at me, so I'm just basically skipping ahead here because it basically took too long. So I ended up just basically porting away, taking the hit there, and taking out his troops. So let's take a look exactly what he sent. 123,000, he lost 54k of those. Yeah, so he basically sent 40, 40, 7, and 30. So I had his scout, I knew what he was sending, so that was kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, so he only had like green heroes or anything like that. Really easy attack on this account. I got, again, 2.6 million. I'm only really worried about those tier 4 players, or even a guy who has really good stats as a tier 3 player, and he sends a 375k. I don't think he'll do too much damage, but obviously I don't think I'd be able to cap that currently with what I have. But anyway, so let's move on to the next one. Again, this one, I literally just scouted the guy. He decided to send an attack. This guy's a little bit bigger. He's 110 million might. I didn't think he was a tier 4 player. People around 100 million might usually aren't, but there are those sneaky tier 4 players, or those people that are around 100 million might that have tier 4. So I've been caught off guard on my other trap from that before as well. So but we'll see what he's setting this time, see if he's a tier 4 player or not. 110 million might, it's kind of on the border because some people are tier 4 at this might, some are not. And it's usually people of lower base might that are. So let's see what he's sending. Again, I don't know what he's sending because the watchtower doesn't tell me. That is the hardest part about C16, is you don't actually know exactly what type of troops are coming at you. You don't know the tier of troops. All you know is the amount of troops and how many heroes they're sending, and if they're sending their leader. That's all the information you get. So you kind of just got to guess. Let's see, he said 132, so it wasn't too bad. Not many troops, actually. I was expecting a little bit higher, closer to 200k, but only 132k, but he does have tier 4, so I wasn't expecting that either. After I saw he only had 132k troops, I was like, oh, he must be a tier 3 player, but no, he is a tier 4 player. He just didn't have many troops, so I was like, oh, he has tier 4. Again, I don't really know what these guys have because I can't tell from the watchtower, because C16 watchtowers, they just suck. So it could have been a full cab blast with full tier 5. I mean, obviously not at 110 mil, you can't have tier 5. It's impossible. But I think the lowest you could be is like, what is it? It's like 80 million might for tier 5 research on top of the tier 4. So you'd be like 150 million might with tier 4 or tier 5, I think. unless I got that wrong. So anyways, let's move on. That was the last baby trapping clip I got. Again, I moved on to my other accounts after that. So this is another clip. This is just from HD. We are actually rallying a rally trap, an offline rally trap though. This guy does have quite a decent comp. He actually capped Lamp on the first hit. He is not online, by the way, if you guys are wondering, but Lamp did full counter him. So he did quite a bit of damage, but that guy's gear looks free to play. So I'm not sure if that's his bait gear or his actual gear, and he's just offline and didn't switch, but that looks a lot like my free-to-play account's gear. So maybe it's a free-to-play account who just ended up being offline. Lucky's going to be the second rally lead. Again, Lamp already hit him once. I did not get that on the recorder, but Lucky's going to be going in for the second hit now. Again, Lucky is kind of our top rally lead. You can see that with the 69 Castle Stars. He does have a bunch of Mythic Champ in there. I think Lucky is going Cav again, because we don't actually know if we took out all his frontline. We knew he was in infantry, but we don't know if he still had more infantry or what's going on, because we haven't got a report back, but Locky ended up burning him, so now we know what he has. Let's take a look. Locky did about 2.9 million. Again, it was Cav on Cav, so it looks like Lamp did take out the guy's infantry, but just didn't get a walk back. Locky was able to take out most of his cav on the second hit. Obviously, if Locky went ranged, actually had a little bit of tier 4 infantry left there. So maybe that was a good idea to go cav there, because it still did quite a bit of damage. Looks like Valkyrie's going to be going in next. I'm not sure if Valkyrie's range is. It is over 800. I'm just not sure how much over 800, if it's like 830 or 850. I'm not 100% sure, but Valkyrie will be going in. This will be a big hit, since there's not much, there's no infantry really, and he's going basically range into cav, so it will be a massive hit, and the range isn't going to do too much damage to the range, just because, like I said, I'm not sure if this is this guy's real gear or it's his bait gear. He does have Trickster as his, his alt or his avatar there, so maybe he's trying to bait, but he ended up being offline, and we caught him offline. So I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'm not actually won't find out, because we'll never know if that was his real gear or not, unless he's actually watching this video. So again, I sent 100k in the first one. I was like, oops, I said a little bit too much, because in our guild you kind of want to be sending 50 or 75k unless you're a rally lead. It looks like Locky sent 100k, but that's totally fine, since he's one of the rally leads, because we're trying to like share the kills, and you can see how many people literally join our rallies. There's like 20 or 30 people on each rally, so we have to send 50 or 75k just so we can get everyone into the rally. You can see how many people actually want to join rallies. So that's the awesome part about this guild, is you never really have a problem filling rallies. It's just like if there's a rally going on KVK, you're gonna have like 20 or 30 people trying to join each rally, unless we don't want to split guilds, because that's kind of stupid, because you're spreading the points around. So normally, if we had this many people on, we'd probably split the guild and do doubles and stuff like that. But since it's KVK, you want to keep all the points in the guild, so we have to all run in the same guild, and so everyone's just fighting to get into those things. And that's the thing, most of our players will join in during KVK, so we actually found that was a problem, because one of our members actually got zeroed because we weren't in the other kingdom. Like, literally our whole guild was in the opposite kingdom, so at our home kingdom, one of our guys got zeroed because nobody was in that kingdom, and nobody was able to call him because we didn't get the notification, because we are literally all in the other kingdom. So sorry to Brit for getting zeroed about that, like that way. It's like, that was just unfortunate. Like, literally no one was in our home kingdom, so no one knew if one of our guys was getting rallied. So anyways, it looks like Valkyrie's coming in here. Let's take a look at the damage. Massive damage. He's down to 299 already, so that must have been a huge hit. 6.5 million on that one. He has 3 million troops left. 5.4 million reds on that one. Is a huge hit. Again, he basically didn't have any infantry. Only like a little bit left, so that hit basically took out almost everything but a little bit of range. And it looks like we're going in for the solos next, so I was like, oh shoot, I'm a little slow, so I got basically my solo off way too late. He was pretty much zeroed before I hit. So again, this count is actually a decent infantry blast. It's around 700% on the unusual duck account here that I'm filming on. But yeah, I didn't get anything on that, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll take a look at the hit again. 5.4 million. We had a bunch of tier 5 in there too. Let's take a look at all the people who joined. That was Valkyrie Sen there. And then we'll go down to the bottom here through all our people to see what he actually had left. It looks like just range and a little bit of siege left. Yeah, look, basically just all range left after that hit. So an infantry blast, just a solo, it was pretty easy to solo that, especially if you have the counter research and stuff. And in the end, we ended up with 3.5 billion KVK points. Unfortunately, I didn't get any more of KVK because I wasn't online because I was trying to do all my accounts. I have so many accounts. And again, we are a 54 billion mite guild, so we came 25th in KVK on our 54 billion mite guild. So shout out to HD there. Really good job. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I will have a full Mythic Rally Trap video coming out tomorrow. If you guys have any clips you want to submit, add me online. It is Predatorxvx. I can probably get you into a video pretty soon. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.